Football Freak Niger. Let me sell his market. That's on Instagram. On Twitter, he is Billy_M. He supports Manchester United. He stays somewhere in Ekpaja. Well, Bolaji, thanks for joining us again.
My pleasure, sir.
It wasn't easy for you. You left here yesterday night disappointed, but with hope that you still have your fate in your hands.
Yeah, we always bounce back. That's what we do.
You do. Yeah. We'll bounce back. Yeah. So two men who are looking to bounce back. It all comes down to these, gentlemen. If you lose, your chances of progressing will become very slim, because all the three winners in these three qualifiers will progress. Of the three losers, only one will progress. So you give it your best shot, give it your all, and may the best man win. Are you guys ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Bolaji, are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
You're ready. All right. So here's your topic. Can rookie coach Frank Lampard lead Chelsea to a top 4 finish? Can rookie coach Frank Lampard lead Chelsea to a top 4 finish? Well, the panel will be made up of Buchi, Hodovai, and Collins, who we've had to drag down, and who will then move on after this battle for Sarafina to take over. Thank you very much, Collins, for agreeing to do this with us. Can rookie coach Frank Lampard lead Chelsea to a top 4 finish? We put it to a draw. Femi picked no, he can't. Bolaji picked yes, he can. You'll have a total of 7 minutes to make your points. The starting 1 minute for each of you, the 5 minutes in between, and the closing 1 minute. So each of you have got a starting and ending 1 minute. That's for a total of 2, and the 5 minutes of debate, which is an extra 5 minutes to go head to head. For us, we are sacrificing 9 minutes to this debate. Are you ready, gentlemen?
Correct, sir.
So, contestant 1 in this equation is Femi. You have 1 minute to tell us why you feel that rookie coach Frank Lampard cannot lead Chelsea to a top 4 finish this season. Your 1 minute starts now.
Thank you, Femi. Frank Lampard in the Premier League is like taking a baby out of incubation, a baby that is still trying to grow to maturity, and you truncate such growth. Frank Lampard, a coach in the Premier League, has no experience at all in the Premier League. Mark that word, in the Premier League as a coach. Champions League winner, second runner-up in Ballon d'Or, Europa League winner, and so many other laurels, 3 Premier League and the likes. But as a coach, he has not really he has not really gotten that experience that he needs. There are several managers who have come to the Premier League as rookies, and they really couldn't do anything. We have the likes of the Dutchman for Fulham. I'm trying to remember his name now, and he struggled, and unfortunately, it's one of the problems Fulham had, and unfortunately, they went down to relegation again.
All right, thank you very much. Your opening statements. Bolaji, it's your turn to tell us why you think that rookie coach Frank Lampard can lead Chelsea to a top finish in his first season as coach in the Premier League. Your 1 minute starts right now.
I would like to say there are no minions in football anymore. So the fact that somebody doesn't have so much experience, or a coach doesn't have so much experience, doesn't mean his squad or his team cannot allow him make the top 4. It will interest you to find out that in the past 18 seasons in the Premier League, Chelsea has only finished below the top 4 just once, and that was in the 2011-2012 season. So Chelsea, over the past 18 years, they have proved that they know their worth in the Premier League, and they have what it takes to keep playing in the top flight and challenging for the titles. In those same 18 years, they won the Premier League a whopping 5 times, and both top experienced managers and inexperienced managers have managed them during this period. It doesn't matter who the coach is, the players can do the job. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to the 5-minute debate. I neglected to tell you or to inform you earlier on. We are streaming live on Facebook and on Twitter. The live stream is on our group, our official page, Nigeria Info page. That's Nigeria Info 993. You click on the live button, or you could, once you refresh our page, you will see the live stream. Just click, if you want to follow the stream, click play on the stream and you can see the live stream. It's important that you click play because you vote on the live stream itself. You'll see the names Femi and Bolaji. You'll see the topic they are debating and their positions. Okay, you see Femi no, Bolaji yes. Femi spoke first, Bolaji spoke afterwards. You can also vote on Twitter. We are live streaming on YouTube. We've embedded that live stream video on our official Twitter handle, and that is at Nigeria Info FM. To vote on Twitter, be on the lookout for the pinned tweet at the top of our profile. Our latest tweet pinned to the top. That is where you will vote. You'll see Femi and Bolaji. If you click on either name, you vote that person. We'll implore you, please base your voting on the strength of the argument, on their performance, and not on your personal opinion of the topic. Not your personal opinion. Base it on the strength of the debate. In other words, you may vote for the person who does not share your own personal opinion because he was impressive in marshalling his point. He sounded calm, composed, good enough. He was, he's the kind of person you would like to listen to, even though you don't agree with him on this topic. Please bear that in mind, okay? It's a training process for these individuals as well. Having said that, we'll go to the 5-minute debates, after which you'll have 1 minute each to drive your points home, after which we'll then go to the phone lines for votes, social media, and the panel. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, your 5 minutes of debate starts now. Don't forget, please, we need to hear you. We want a robust debate. We want a contest, but we also need to hear you. Those 5 minutes commence now.
Yes, you mentioned something in your opening statement that in 18 years, Chelsea has won several trophies. How many of these trophies were won by a rookie coach? The word here is rookie. If you bring a rookie coach into the Premier League, that rookie coach is going to have a struggled period, and it is really going to affect.
Let me quickly intercept you.
Please
there.
do.
Abraham Grant is a rookie coach. He came into Chelsea and he succeeded. He won trophy. He won the he got to the Champions League final.
Mind you, Abraham Grant was already part of the Chelsea in-house team. It's not like he's coming in at a first attempt into
Frank Lampard already has prior experience with Derby.
Not in the Premier League.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Coaching a football team.
It definitely does matter.
Zidane did not have prior experience.
But he had
and he went to Real Madrid.
And he had travelled with the team on several occasions. He was assistant to Ancelotti.
I'm sorry. According to you, you said he didn't have in the top flight.
Yes.
Zidane did not have experience.
He was assistant in the La Liga. Zidane was an assistant in the La Liga.
See, let's focus this argument on the people that are playing this football.
Okay.
Do you understand? The players are the ones that go on the pitch.
And who are the players
Frank Lampard,
I
believe Frank Lampard has the qualities of leadership. He has he was a player under Jose Mourinho. He watched Jose Mourinho closely, so I'm sure he's under the mentorship. Of Jose Mourinho.
Your belief here doesn't really count until it is tested.
No, it's showing already, because in pre-season, Chelsea has won they've not lost only one game in pre-season.
Chelsea is playing presently, and Chelsea was losing at the time I was coming here. They were losing 2-0 until Tammy Abraham scored a penalty just now.
He's not under any pressure here.
They've not played any game with a clean sheet.
Effortlessly.
It won't be effortlessly. It will be a struggle.
He has players that will used to achieve this.
Who are
he has
the
likes of he has the likes of Pulisic, he has the likes of Batshuayi, he has the likes of Giroud.
Can they bring the kind of factor that Eden Hazard that they lost into the same team?
Yes, they lost Eden Hazard,
which is the major factor in the team.
He is one player. Yes, he is one player
and
in
the
a
most
team of
influential.
11.
Yes.
In a team of 11.
The most influential.
All the things that happened did not happen because of only him. If somebody concedes a penalty and Hazard goes to take it, football is a teamwork.
Definitely it is. But they've lost that Hazard we're talking about here.
Yeah.
That Hazard is no more there. That factor has left.
They've lost Hazard, but they still have the quality of players to achieve top 4.
They do not. Presently, they do not.
I'm very
the same mistake that Manchester United made. You are a Manchester United fan. The same mistake Manchester United made is the same mistake that Chelsea is making.
What mistake
right
is that?
Now. Bringing a rookie coach into the Premier League, and that is why they struggled. They could not make a top 4.
Let's not shift this argument to Solskjaer. Solskjaer gave Manchester United hope of making the top 4 when even a professional coach, Jose Mourinho struggled to make these same players perform at the top level.
You and I know what happened in Manchester United.
We don't know what happened. We know that a manager.
You are a Man U fan. If you don't know me, I'm not a Man U fan, but I know.
And a manager came and the charts started going up.
The players were no more playing for him.
We know that a manager came and is attracting players. We know that a rookie quote unquote manager came and now he wants to sign Dybala. He's about to sign Maguire.
All these things are on paper. He has not signed.
He's improving the profile of the team.
He has not signed.
What I'm saying is that players,
he is yet to sign these players.
The players is attracting.
Okay.
He's attracting these players.
Anybody can attract anybody.
Anybody when Jose Mourinho, a professional manager, was in Man U, he dragged the profile of Man U down
because the players had issues
image.
with him.
That's what I'm saying. It's not until you are professional that you see people that don't have the educational qualification for something and they perform excellently at that job.
That is not
there
football.
There are different factors.
That is not
it
football.
Happens in football
that
too.
Is not football.
There are different factors.
Football is different from academics. Football is quite different from academics.
Factors.
If you really look at
everybody,
not a person like Frank Lampard.
For example,
you can't bring Frank Lampard into
Chelsea. You didn't study
Chelsea.
to be a pundit.
Okay.
It's out of passion
Definitely.
and love. Frank Lampard has played this game. He loves this game.
And
he understands this game.
Yes.
He knows what the players
not
are going
in the Premier League.
He knows what the players are
not in the Premier League.
Yes, in the Premier League
not
because
in the
he
Premier
has played
League.
in this
as
same
a
Premier
coach
League.
Or as a player.
He has played as a player.
Not as a coach. He has not coached. He has not coached. And let me bring this point. Who are the teams he's going to be facing? He's going to be facing the likes of Pep Guardiola. He's going to be facing the likes of Jurgen Klopp.
In football is 11 against 11. In football,
coaches experience and coaches
11 players
is very very key.
11 players.
All right, gentlemen, we appreciate your debate and arguments and counter arguments. Everything taken into account. You'll have a minute each to drive your points home, and it comes to that now. Well, if you've made up your mind, if you voted, we appreciate your votes. If you're still trying to decide, the final minute where they each try to drive their points home will afford you an opportunity to know exactly who to vote for. There is Femi, who says no, that rookie coach Lampard, cannot finish top 4 this season. And Bolaji, who says yes, he can finish top 4. Do not base your voting on the argument. Again, the arguments, the positions they take is not necessarily a reflection of their personal opinion. It was just a draw. They are arguing on what they picked, okay? So bear that in mind so that when you vote, do not vote on your personal opinion. Vote on vote on their performance. Who impressed you, whether you agree with them or not. All right, so we'll go again with Femi, who will start first. Before that, if you are voting on social media, go to Facebook at Nigeria Info FM. That's our official page at Nigeria Info 993 at Nigeria Info 993. Nigeria Info 993. Again, Nigeria Info 993. You'll see our live stream. The voting is on the live stream. Play the live stream and vote right there. On Twitter, our YouTube video is embedded.
Yep.
And you could search for the tweet at the top of our profile. We've pinned it there, and you can't miss it. It's Femi versus Bolaji. Over 60 people have voted already, and I know others are waiting until the end of the argument to finally vote. Thank you very much. At Nigeria Info FM, that's our official Twitter handle. Let's give you the 1 minute. Femi, you have 1 minute to lay your argument to bed. It starts now.
As impressive as Frank Lampard's CV is as a player, the only success he has achieved as a coach, even with Derby County, was just trying to qualify Derby County to the Premier League, which he actually failed at the last minute. He's going to be facing coaches like, if I would rate the coaches in terms of how they will finish in the league presently, I will put a Pep Guardiola, I will put a Jurgen Klopp, I will put a Mauricio Pochettino, I will put a Unai Emery, and I will put an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. How is Frank Lampard going to make top four? Mind you, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has learnt in his first season, and he has everything already. So how would Frank Lampard displace these people and make top four? That is the end of my argument.
Thank you very much. You've left us 15 seconds to spare. We appreciate it. Bolaji, it's your turn now. You, for 1 minute, you can lay your argument to bed. Your minute starts now.
My argument is Frank Lampard is what Chelsea needs right now. Chelsea is on a ban. They cannot sign players. But Frank Lampard has a bank of over 40 players which are on loan for Chelsea and different clubs, a pool of players which he can pull from and he can use to achieve what he wants to achieve. Frank Lampard is what Chelsea needs right now. And Frank Lampard, as a player, he was fantastic. I believe as a coach, he will be fantastic. Their junior team, their under 23 team, actually won a lot of trophies, and he has brought the coach to come and join him in Chelsea. It shows about what Frank Lampard wants to build in Chelsea right now, and it's youthful football and developing talent. That's what Chelsea is all about now, and I believe they'll make the top four.
Thank you very much. Finished just in time. Appreciate it. All right, guys, we'll go into the votes. Just before we go to the phone lines, a quick reminder, if you haven't voted on social media, our Facebook page is Nigeria Info 993. Vote on the live stream at the top of that page. Okay, you will see their names, Femi and Bolaji. On Twitter, well, the voting is not on the live stream, even though the live stream is on our Twitter page from YouTube. You will see the tweet we have pinned to the top, and you can vote on that tweet. We'll refresh and come back later. For now, we'll go to the phone lines. We'll take 5 calls. Whoever gets the first 3 wins it. 20 marks at stake via the phone lines. You can call us up via 01 277 0993 01277 1993, which is a line I would say please avoid. There's 01277 2993 and 01277 3993. My mind is in a million different places. Okay, so let's go straight to our first vote. Hi there, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, please, welcome. How are you?
I'm fine. This is Bola Mohammed.
Okay.
So I'm voting Bolaji.
You are voting Bolaji.
Yes, Femi, although Femi took my preference point, but he was unable to convince me.
Femi is your friend. Okay,
no,
good.
I say Femi took my preference point.
Okay, your preferred point. Okay.
Preferred point. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
but he was unable to
Convince you. Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Next vote, please.
Good evening, Femi.
Hello, good evening. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Welcome.
So, yeah, my vote goes to Femi. For Bolaji, he has so many points that he could have used, like Zinedine Zidane, Pep Guardiola, and the likes. But he didn't really, marshal his points well. And
I thought you mentioned Zidane.
Zidane.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
He did.
Okay.
Maybe I didn't.
Yeah, that was in the argument when. Yeah. Okay, so Femi takes your vote. I mean, Femi stood up for you. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah. Hi there. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, please. Welcome.
This is Bolu.
Okay, welcome, Bolu. How are you?
Yes, fine.
How do you vote?
I vote for Bolaji.
Okay. The guy who says Lampard can finish top 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe Lampard can finish top 4, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Is it your opinion, or are you impressed by his argument?
But based on the argument, because he made a valid point.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Next vote, please. Hello. Good evening to you. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Mr. Femi.
Good evening, my brother. How are you, Mr. Friday?
I'm fine. This is Friday from Igweleri.
All right. Talk to me.
See, the fact that I personally believe that Chelsea can qualify for the top 4 this season because apart from Liverpool and Man City,
Friday vote.
Let make your point, please.
My vote is, but the guy that said that Lampard can not make it have a more valid point than the guy that believe that Lampard can make it.
Okay, so you are voting for Femi then?
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it. You totally understand the concept of the voting process. So we've had 2 apiece. This is the final vote. You will swing it either way. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
You get to decide. How are you?
Yeah, fine. John Akoka.
Welcome, Mr. John from Akoka.
I vote for the gentleman who said he will not make the first 4.
That is Femi.
Femi.
All right. Any reason why you chose Femi?
Yeah, his reasons are quite convincing to me. Not a fan of any football team. I just enjoy football when I go to watch. But the way he explained why he felt that he will not make it convinced me that he will not make it.
All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate your voting. Thank you very, very much. Which takes us now to social media. Buchi.
Let's start with Twitter before we go on Facebook. I'll do the final refresh on Twitter. The votes are in on Twitter. But first, let's take 1 or 2 comments. This one is coming from Ajiboye Ambrose. He's saying, rookie coach with good players might perform well for Lampard. He's a rookie coach. He has rookie players, so no top 4 for him. Femi, go on. Bola Hidri said top 4 is big for him. Maybe top 6. Based on the argument, Oshino says I vote for Femi. Alawode Kayode says, who said Grant was a rookie coach? Who said it? Oh, okay. Alawode Kayode, only you won't comment me. The guy already comment throughout. Now only the guy there. SpongeBob says the match that ended with another proof that Chelsea is really doing good. The match ended 2-2 by the way. I think that's it. Young Steve said I vote for Bolaji. If Ranieri can make it at Leicester City, Ranieri has experience. Lampard can do it and repeat footballing word. Okay, that's all Femi. But the final vote on Twitter, Femi gets it on 60%, while Bolaji second on 40%. So Femi gets Twitter. Going over to Facebook to refresh finally. I think the votes are already in though. But to just make sure everything is done on Twitter, on Facebook Lab Bar. But let's take 1 or 2 comments on Facebook first. Boss my brain. This one, Dawood says, Chelsea in and go with BJ. No, BJ don't start where? Bolaji is his name. Don't call BJ here again. Nah, Bolaji. Jackson says Bolaji. Adekunle Toby says Bolaji. William says Femi all the way. Matthew says I pick Bolaji. David says I really love Femi, but I will go with this argument on. I will go with Bolaji. I think that's all for now. We have a lot, but we had to go to the vote. The vote proper, the poll. Bolaji takes Facebook, Laba 81% on Facebook, or why Femi gets 19%. So Bolaji takes Facebook, why Femi takes Twitter.
All right. So they share it. Bolaji trails Femi by 10 points to 30. That's the way it stands, which brings the voting back home. Let's start back home. Hodovai.
I'm not going first. I'm confused.
I would suggest you go first, Hodovai.
Go first. I'm not going first. I lie.
I actually didn't want to go first, but okay. You want to go?
Don't go if you're ready.
It's
pretty soon.
Okay. In all honesty, it was a poor argument from both sides. It was really, 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 really poor. Because Frank Lampard, if you want to say he's not going to make the top 4, there are a lot of reasons to give. Chelsea have a transfer ban. I expected Femi to use that as an advantage. He lost Eden Hazard. Lampard has no Premier League experience. That was the only thing he worked on. You could see that was the only thing you mentioned. But there's no Eden Hazard. Hazard has been very influential to Chelsea in the past 4 or 5 years. He has been in Chelsea. Remove Hazard from Chelsea and it's not Chelsea again. I need to boot him. Let's be very, very, very honest. And they've not done so well in preseason, if we want to be frank about it. Morata has gone. They have Tammy Abraham, 3 league goals or 5 league goals for Swansea when he was in the Premier League. He's their number 9 now. Batshuayi is average at best. There are a lot of points to pick up from there. And if you want to say Chelsea will make the top 4, okay. At Derby County last season, he did a very good job. He defeated United at Old Trafford. No mention of that. Mourinho was coach. He defeated him at Old Trafford. Outplayed United. And then look at the team he's bringing in this season. There's a Mason Mount that was on loan at Derby County last season. There's a Ross Barkley that plays the Frank Lampard style, and he could work on that. There's a Christian Pulisic. A lot of points to bring out, but I didn't hear any of this. And Bolaji did not have any point, but he was imposing. He was talking. He would talk. He would not make any point, but he was more imposing than Femi. He would say he said something, it doesn't matter who the coach is. It matters. But he was more imposing, and Femi was not. Femi would drop his point a little bit and back off. He wasn't as imposing as Bolaji.
He dropped some of those points. He just didn't. Yes. He didn't make them stand out. Yes. So
even the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer points, I thought it was supposed to be his point, but you could see Bolaji taking that point from him and using it to his advantage. That even though Solskjaer came in, he gave United hope for a top 4 finish. Femi should have countered that. United finished 6th. United crashed at some point, but then he did not pick that point up again. So
what you voting for?
You know what I mean?
So if I'm to vote on the basis of who was more imposing and who, even though he didn't have so much points, tried to make sense with the little he had, I'll go Bolaji.
So Bolaji takes Hodovai's vote.
Right. Yeah, man, it's I expected more, if you ask me. I expected them to. They had a lot of points. All right, let me start with Femi. I mean, you started well. You stayed on. You just stayed too long on the rookie point. The other points, like you mentioned, Hazard was a major point, and then I expected you to mention that, and the fact that they're not going to sign. They have to rely on their loan bank. Players they have out. You'd have brought that up really distinctly as a point. You didn't do that. All in all, the fact that you put a point forward that showed that he was going against some of the biggest coaches, that was a valid point, because in the Premier League we know the role the coach would play. Once you start having issues with your coach, even if you have the best of players, you could have cited examples of such occurrences in the Premier League. The coach has a major role to play, and you didn't bring it all out. But I mean, you brought out a few points, and then for you, when he stayed on the rookie, you had the opportunity. I mean, when he mentioned hazards, the areas he missed out that he didn't put out. At some point you made a statement that the players, they don't need a coach, the players will do the job, and you also made a point that said, well, it doesn't matter. Football is 11-11. I expected you to buttress on that point alone, because it's a very vital aspect in football. The statement that said, never say never, or, this is football, anything can happen. I expected you to bring that to the fore also, because it plays a role. We've seen teams with no names, their coach you probably don't know, maybe it's just someone who comes with a strategic plan, a strategy that will beat any other team. We've seen that in football for many years. If you remember way back in '90 World Cup, it happened. In recent times, still happened. We were surprised what happened to Ajax as it were. So I expected you to bring that point also. And then, all in all, if I was going to give my vote to one of you based on presentation and how you brought the points, even though I wasn't particularly impressed by any of you, I would give it to Femi. I think he had some points. He put his points even more.
Thank you, Collins. So Hodova's vote goes to Bolaji. Collins' goes to Femi. It's down now to Buchi.
Hey, I said I'm going to make him easy. But Femi, can I be blunt?
Be blunt.
Blunt as ever. I think this goes down as one of the worst arguments I've ever listened to. I think both of them were arguing like Dangote and $2, like say they didn't get money. Like there was no point, like with one kind of thick voice. It was horrible in the sense. Like it was one of the most pointless arguments. This is the best pointless arguments I've ever heard. Because this argument, like Odova pointed out, there are so many points. It's Chelsea Football Club, blah blah. There were like 100 points to make out, and if you are just gisting, this is not counter. This is gist counter. If you are just gisting, this one go talk. After your turn, not each other talk. After your turn, I'll be like, are you guys serious? Then I was patiently waiting for the ending statement, because if the argument doesn't really make sense, you wait for the ending statement. And I was like, I got more disappointed in the ending statement. I was like, what did Femi say? Impressive CV, other coaches. Bolaji said, pool of players, process of coach. I was like, are you kidding me? He didn't even wrap the points and put in one. I'm kind of disappointed because this is Femi's second chance. I think he would have done better by taking it. Also, Bolaji from yesterday to do again. I don't know. I think something is wrong. I really my own time. I don't want to vote for anybody because I think it's just like the argument of that guy named is it Bola and Shegun that they came here and they formed us matters. So my mind was not to vote for anybody. That's the simple truth. We don't have to vote.
You absolutely have to vote.
Laba. Collins made out the point about him. I think Femi made half point. I'm not going to call them full points. Why? But I think Bolaji did not make any point at all. But he was more imposing, which is very, very important. At times, what I've learned in this life, someone told me one thing. If you are saying nonsense, say it comfortably. Because you can be comfortable and say nonsense, you will be getting people. And with time, you get to learn with your nonsense, because eventually nonsense, they make sense. So I think Bolaji was more imposing. Femi was making points, but I don't know the kind of points he's making. It's annoying. But for me, it's honestly very difficult. If I'm going to vote just marginally, say I just need like hand of God, just touch my head. Touch me. Right now, I think the hand of God have touched my head. What am I voting for? Hi.
Are you sure it was the hand of God that touched your head? If it was the hand of God, you will know.
It's confusing because there was no ground for me to, honestly. I was just kind of confused here on who to vote for. But I'm going to base it this way. I think we've seen what the other guy up there, when he was given a second chance, he came in and he took it. He came in with that presence and said, I need this. I love that way. Femi didn't show at all that he wanted the second chance at all. And I'm going to go with Odova. I think Bolaji was more imposing. And then when you are more imposing, you get to be. So, I'll go with Bolaji. I think Bolaji, I like people that are imposing. Because I am imposing. So, I think I'll go with Bolaji on this.
All right. So, Buchi's vote goes Bolaji's way. I must say, as to whether Femi did take his chance, I think he took the chance because, he took it in a way. That's the reason why he's here today. He didn't win the next contest, after he was given that chance. He lost, but there was enough. I think he did enough for the panel to have saved him, to keep him here. But on the strength of that, the argument could be made that if it comes to taking the bull by the horn, that will be Femi's undoing. This battle could have gone either way. As a matter of fact, I wasn't particularly impressed. I was so unimpressed that by the time I was going to talk, my mind had gone in multiple directions, that you guys had lost me. Because I don't feel you did justice to the topic. I know you are two busy men. You just found out yesterday that you were going to be back here today. And you both got the topics at some point during the course of the night. You both got the topics at some point during the course of the night. So maybe there was not enough time for you to prep. Like I said, the first season of the battle, Hodova was a part of that. He was champion of that battle. He was imposing throughout. It was mostly impromptu. They will come here, maybe 30 minutes. They will come here and physically pick. I used to have the topics in a cup like this. Yes. It is when they get here that they will pick their topics. Many times, up until the time we will be on air here, they won't even know what they are going to talk about. And so, having said that, I am not going to veto the decision. Femi took Twitter and phone, and the phone calls, which gave him 30%. Bolaji only took Facebook, which gave him 10%. But by virtue of the panel, by the slimmest of margins, considering how tough it was for each of the panelists to make up their mind as to where the pendulum would swing, I would say, it's just it's testament to the quality or lack of it of the battle. In this case, Bolaji gets a chance to progress. Femi, I don't know. But Bolaji, certainly, as you stand a chance of progression, I do hope you will give it your all next time. Please hand that over to Bolaji. You've won this battle. I do hope you will take some of these. You had a very great debate yesterday. It was unfortunate that you didn't qualify automatically, but you didn't measure up today. So bear that in mind. You're as good as a broadcaster is as good as his last show. Just like a footballer is as good as his last game. You are as good as your last contest. Okay? Yes, so you have work to do, but you will qualify nonetheless, having won this contest. You've picked a number?
Friday 4.
You pick Friday
4.
Number 4.
Yeah.
It will be number 4, no problem, but I'm not concerned about the date. What Friday? Is it Friday 16th or 9th? 16th. Friday 16th. So Bolaji will move into that slot there on the 16th, and you will go head to head. Who would have thought it? Against Adiola.
This all just come on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Against Adiola.
That's
so
good.
It's Adiola versus Bolaji come the 16th, while Chinenye and Labake will contest the second battle of the day. So Adiola and Bolaji, first battle. Chinenye and Labake,
Jesus.
second battle. So congratulations. You've done... No, it's yours. Keep it with you so that at least you can
laminate
it. Anyway. Well, Femi, I didn't think I would do this so soon. Again, I have to do this again. Femi, Taiwo, your battle ends here. I'm sorry.
Maybe I didn't love you. Treat you quite as good and sweet and kind.
I was in too much of a hurry to get rid of my namesake. Femi, it's not yet over. It's not yet over. That's unfortunately for you, it's the mind. You see, my mind is not happy with the performance, and I fear that even though there is still that one slot, there will be somebody who will lose here, who will be fire, and we would have. However, that said, I apologize. I withdraw the song for you.
Chai.
Yet it's not. It's not yet time. It's not yet time. It's not over.
Play Ogologoma.
All right. Okay. So it's not yet time. You still have an opportunity. It's a slim chance, but it is still there. Mathematically, it's there. The two other people who will go up against you may self-destruct. We never know. But fantastic. I don't know what else to tell you. Sometimes we have natures where that is just our nature. It's not that we don't know what to say or how to say it, but we don't have the nature. We just don't have the nature to leave a loud impression. Let me just put it that way. Thank you very much. We'll maintain your position while we get set for the next battle. Congratulations once again, Bolaji.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
We are radio's deadliest gang, and when we play hardcore.